Palma. Oh,
man.
that's unfair, right? Palma, 7 points in the game.
To Del Fuentes.
Oh, wow.
Delgado makes the shot and knocks it down. Maloria is open. 3-pointer. Oh my goodness! Face a jumper by Robin Senes. Natalgero has time. Now it gets started. Also turnaround jumper. Oh my goodness!
It's a rainy Thursday afternoon as we return to the City of Life in Binyan, Laguna. And for the 11th time this season, nandito po tayo sa Alonte Sports Arena for another triple header. Dito po sa Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League, ang liga ng bawat Pilipino. And for our first game, these two teams will collide both at the bottom of their respective team standings. We have James Bangahas, who's trying to kickstart his campaign as he has been the mainstay para dito sa Parañaque this season. Averaging 9 points per contest. Kalaban niya his former teammate Deo Timajo, now finding himself back dito sa Marikina Shoe Masters as they try to salvage their season dito sa North. That's our first game for today, Parañaque kontra Marikina, followed by the two-time defending champions Pampanga kalaban ang Sarangani Gripper. And in our main game, Binyan Tatak Gel Beast Motorcycle Game X kalaban ang Cebu Greats. Magandang hapon mga kaliga, Ken Pangilinan with Sedelf Tupas, and at courtside we have Miss Lyra Punsalan. Sedelf, itong MPBL hindi nagpapahuli sa aksyon. It's been an eventful free agency and trade window para sa ating mga teams.
Well, we were at the edge of our seats up until the final minutes of the deadline, and we saw teams really just trying to make a statement with their signings. No, alam natin na yung habulan dito sa kampyonato ay matindi, and nakita natin these top teams, including Pampanga, which will be in action later, nagdagdag sila ng mga players sa kanilang lineup. So, big developments all over the league, and that keeps our league very exciting going into the second half, late into the season.
You're watching us live on the official Facebook page and YouTube channel, and also on Solar Sports every Mondays, Thursdays, and Saturdays starting at 6 p.m. And we now introduce our third member of our panel. Walang iba kundi si Miss Lyra Punsalan na medyo suki na dito sa Binyan. It's been multiple times she's been here dito sa Alonte Sports Arena. Lyra, kumusta and what do you have for us?
Maraming salamat, Ken and Sedelf. All smiles nga itong si Coach Joseph of Marikina these days because sabi niya finally nabuo na ang final roster nila for the rest of the season at proud na proud siya that more than half of these players are homegrown Mariqueños. We're going strong, sabi nga niya. And with this young and promising core, may future talaga. Panahon na dagdag pa niya para mas makilala ang mga batang Mariqueños na hindi pa masyadong kilala pero magaling. And with the way that they've been playing lately, mukhang nag-debut na nga ang mga new breed of talents ng lungsod ng Marikina. Game na ipakita that they're not just here to compete but here to represent. Newly acquired Lex Teruel from Mindoro and Mel Mabigat from Valenzuela are also in the lineup today. Back to you guys.
Maraming salamat, Lyra. And these two teams, they may be struggling but they've still made some moves as they try to make a push towards the postseason. Ngayon, tingnan natin ang ating team standings in Elf because here in the North, Pampanga still at number 4 pero di pa nila nakakalaban yung San Juan and Abra, and they just need to continue to pile up wins para dito sa kanila.
Well, if you talk about these two teams, Marikina and Parañaque, with these additions, they will be a dangerous team. No, they will be dangerous teams. No, kumbaga, hindi pwedeng papasok ka na lang sa laban at kalaban sila na assure ka na naman nanalo because these are may mga magagandang pick-ups itong mga dalawang kupunan natin, and nakita natin Marikina still there at the near the bottom, but they're 3 wins away from Bataan. So, that for that last play-in spot. So, wala pa, no? All is not lost yet para dito sa Marikina, and they can still catch up. And alam natin, dikit din, from that, I think it's going to be 8-5. It's going to be a very interesting race down the stretch dito sa ating season. Caloocan, Pasay, Pangasinan, Ilagan, Isabela, they will be figuring prominently in that race for 5-6 dun sa ating postseason.
And here in the South, as a result of Quezon's win yesterday, they are now at number 1. And slowly, itong Batangas is at number 3. So the 4 teams in the South, very important, especially for Binyan as they try to keep up with the rest of the field.
Well, get this, Ken. Number 3 to number 10, it's only 3 wins separating these teams right here. So that's how tight the South Division is going to be. And Cebu, with the additions that they have, they will be tested later on against Binyan. They are going to, probably get, a few wins here and there. No, alam natin na nagpalakas din itong Cebu. So, and Davao is also, surging at the moment. So, it is going to be a tough race moving forward dito sa ating season. Sabi nga natin, the free agency window just added another dimension to the playoff race dito sa MPBL.
So glimmer of hope, especially for those teams Cebu and Davao Occidental. Ngayon, for Parañaque, they're still trying to climb up. And ito si James Mangahas, it's been up and down for him. Had only 4 points against Basilan, but was able to bounce back here in this game. Had 21 points in this loss against Quezon.
Isa na masasabi ko dito kay James Mangas, kondisyon. Kondisyon ang tira niya. 21 points in the last game, 4 of 6 from beyond the arc. And this is one spot-up guy that you cannot leave because he is a dead shot. Ito si James Mangas from his days at De La Salle University and his career dito sa MPBL, really known as a gunner. And, he will be counted upon dito sa Parañaque in their last push in the second half of the season.
And one of the guys who his production comes and goes, Dave Moralde. But when he is on, Sedelf, he's one of the guys that can do a little bit of everything para dito sa Parañaque.
Well, very experienced ito si Dave Moralde dito sa MPBL. He's been here since the first season of the league. And alam natin, if he clicks alongside his teammates, and the chances of winning are better para dito sa Parañaque. And Dave Moralde, alam natin, the leadership is there, is all around, his smarts nandun, and with all these additions for Parañaque, I think they can really make a serious push for that final play-in spot.
And for the side of the Marikina Shoemasters, a former Parañaque Patriot, now finding himself back in his former team dito sa Marikina, Deo Timajo. And for a team lacking in scoring, very timely itong acquisition itong Shoemasters for Timajo.
Well, Deo Timajo is really known for his mid-range game. I think he's more of a defensive player, but I think he has the talent offensively as well. 20 points in the last game against Davao. He's really good at the mid-range area. And what I like about him is he does not back down to challenges. And alam natin, when he takes it upon himself to defend the best scorer in the other team, he will really embrace it.
And a young guy who's been the lead guard for them for the majority of the season para dito sa Marikina Shoemasters, the former junior UST Growling Tiger, ito si Jethro Escoto.
Yes, ito si Jethro is, he's been here with Marikina for quite some time already, and very stable, and he is an all-around guy. He also plays a lot of great defense dun sa kanilang backcourt, and very important because when he anchors that full court pressure nitong Marikina, they do get a lot of points out of that. But offensively, kailangan pang mag-produce dito si Jethro because there's not a lot of good offensive players there on Marikina's side.
Alright, it's Parañaque versus Marikina for our first game. Let's go to Richard Campos for our starters.
Let's meet the starting lineup. First, the Parañaque Patriots. At guard number 39, Shaq Alanes. Power forward number 34, Lander Cannon. Playing center number 15, Jomar Santos. At guard number 4, Alan Mangahas. Forward number 0, Dave Moralde. Parañaque Patriots is led by Melky Villanueva, assisted by Franklin Mancio, Saika Miguelino, Tyron Ruiz. The team manager, Joel Mendoza. The team owners, Jamal Pescara and Honorable Joan Villapuerte. Here's for Marikina Shoemasters. At forward number 3, Jay Yutuk. Coming in at center number 4, Carl Peñano. Starting at guard number 8, Deo Timajo. Power forward number 34, Jacob Ubaldo. Point guard number 77, Jethro Escoto. The Shoemasters is led by Angelo Nebres. His assistants are Joseph Ochada, John Paul Basilan, and Fernando Bunag. Assistant Team Managers AJC and Monroe Quesson, the Team Manager Dockery and GPO Quinto. The
Starting
team
five
owners,
brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. Parañaque with a backcourt of Alan Mangahas and Shaq Alanes. Up front, Lander Canon, Dave Moralde, and Jomar Santos. For Marikina, Jetro Escoto, Teo Timajo, Carl Peñano, Jay Yutuk, and Jacob Ubaldo. Our game officials for this ball game, Jay Castroverde, Sev Pingol, and Ariel Arce. Fourth man is Edwin Bubos. And the tip going to the side of the guys in white.
A very experienced five here for Parañaque. We see the returning Tweety Santos and Shaq Alanes as well, an outside shooter. So pretty much Parañaque, you know, getting a few players that address their needs dito sa season na to, as a whistle going against Shaq Alanes. Had a really strong season with Bicol last year, you know, though hindi nga maganda yung record nila doon. Every game he, you know, he puts points on the board. Ito si Shaq Alanes. So much needed firepower for Parañaque dito.
Also had stints with Basilan and Pasay. Ito si Shaq Alanes. Peñano can't convert.
Not a lot of conviction there on Carl Peñano. Parang napigla siya na open siya on that little pick and roll there.
Lander Canon gets it to Dave Moralde. Great screen by Lander Canon, but he wasn't able to roll to the basket. Turnover laban dito sa Parañaque. Yutuk, who had a strong game against Davao Occidental, scores the first basket for Marikina.
Nice strong drive there from Jay Yutok, taking it coast to coast. And after the steal from Escoto, yung question mark dito with Parañaque is how they come out for the first quarter. Are they coming out with the right intensity, the right mindset? Because at Marikina, you expect them to always play hard.
Parañaque dead last in scoring this season, and that's why very timely din yung naging pagdagdag dito ni Tweety Santos and Shaq Alanes. Timajo, bounce pass, Peñano, wow, left it short again.
He's missed a couple of close range shots there. Carl Peñano, usually, you know, very efficient dun sa area na yon. Quite surprised there with the two misses.
Mangahas at the left side, up top, Dave Moralde. Shot clock winding down, 5 seconds left. Moralde sidestep into a jumper, can't get it to go. Ubaldo with the outlet, Yutok nakabuelo, lays it up and in.
I like the aggressiveness from Jay Yutok, again, running the floor at every chance na nakikita niya. No? And Jay Yutok already with 4 points in this ball game. Yan ang sagot dito for Marikina. If you're gonna play slow and deliberate, Marikina will push.
You gotta remember here for Marikina, no more Nem de la Cruz, their leading scorer for the majority of the season. So it's gonna be a new era na, no, this season para dito sa Marikina.
No. Ganda rin ang pinapakita ni Nem de la Cruz para sa kanila, no? The player of the week performance.
Transfer the game brought to you by Extreme X Pop, personal karaoke speaker, everyday karaoke. Timajo tries a free and puts it in. 7-0 start for the Shoemasters.
Well, the Shoemasters off to a flying start here against Parañaque. Deo Timajo, their former Patriot, showing them what they're missing.
3 minutes gone by. Mangahas tries a free. And hahayaan na lang ni Yutok lumabas yung bola. Babalik sa panig ng Marikina. It's Franklin at the helm here for Parañaque. Wow, how about Marikina with a hot start, 10-0 to begin this contest laban dito sa Parañaque.
Well, it was all about coming out of the gates with the right mindset, and Marikina showing us a lot of aggressiveness, a lot of intensity, and Escoto just walking into this three-pointer. He's gonna hit from there. He always has the range, Jethro Escoto, and he gives the Shoemasters an early lead, 10-0.
Back with us here at the Alonte Sports Arena. Coach Angelo Nebres and the rest of the Marikina Shoe Masters had a tough loss against the Davao Occidental Tigers. That was in Pampanga. They had their chances here, Cidelf.
Oo, no, maganda yung laban na pinakita ng Marikina doon. The Davao just showing a lot of poise down the stretch. It was a good performance to say the least. No? Hindi naman I don't really see a lot of problems there for Marikina, but I do give credit to Davao for that victory.
Actually, it took a buzzer-beating game winner from Raymart Escobedo for Davao Occidental to escape that match. As Parañaque is still without a field goal here. 4 minutes gone by in the first quarter. 0-4 sila to begin.
So, pinasok na nila si Chris Torado, picked up from the free agency window from Caloocan and played for Bataan last year. He's had quite a colorful career as well here in the MPBL. Chris Torado. Sa mga paborito ko yan, Ken.
Oh, best season.
Little Giants ng MPBL.
Best season was in Bataan, like you've mentioned. Deo Timajo, that's his specialty, that mid-range jumper. 12-0 agad para dito sa Marikina. Moralde can't get past the defense of Yutok. Now he tries to back him up. Torado, the cut by Santos, intercepted by Marikina.
Now, here's the problem here for Parañaque. They did not come out with the right mindset, and now they're, ito Marikina, they've found their rhythm. Deo Timajo is up to 7 in the game, and it's a huge lead now, 14-0.
6 of 8 shooting from the field for the Marikina Shoe Masters. Finally, nakabutas na itong Parañaque with a free by Tweety Santos.
Tweety Santos always a threat from beyond the arc, especially on pick and pop situations. Nice catch and shoot there para sa kay Tweety. Alam mo si Tweety, unang season pa lang ng MPBL, nandito na rin yan with Quezon City.
Escoto joining the fray with that jumper. 16 free. Bakers doesn't lead for the Shoe Masters.
The problem here for Parañaque is if you're not putting pressure a lot of pressure on the ball, it's been quite a comfortable way para dito sa Marikina to get points on the board. No? Walang masyadong pressure sa taas.
And the guards have been having their way thus far para dito sa Marikina. Timajo and Gentro Escoto.
In contrast, iba ang intensity. Mas mataas ang intensity nitong Marikina sa depensa against Parañaque when they have the ball.
Paulo Castro, kakapasok lang for the Patriots. James Mangahas, up top. Castro, swing pass to Wilson Baltasar. Peeks at the clock, 5 seconds left. Oh, great cut. Castro, well challenged though, but Ubaldo also whistled for that foul.
Yes, a nice pass galing kay Wilson Baltasar para kay Paulo Castro. Castro momentarily lost possession and that allowed Ubaldo to catch up defensively, pero sumabit ito si Ubaldo. Ganda rin ng napaganda rin yung pag-momentary na pagtigil ni Paulo Castro doon.
Long time Parañaque Patriot, Paulo Castro had a 30-point outing in Abra against Imus, although they lost that one. 16-4, Marikina up by a dozen. Timajo. Terwell is in, also a new face for the Shoe Masters. As he tries to keep that ball alive, he does. Gets them another possession. Escoto up top. Working with Rafgo. Go pops out, takes that free. Can't get it to go. Battle for the rebound, ends up with Chris Torado.
Yeah, Torado grabbing the defensive rebound. Terwell has been working hard there on the glass.
A gorgeous move inside the paint. The spin from Paulo Castro.
Castro looking like the spark off the bench here para dito sa Parañaque Patriots. Pulls them to within 10.
Escoto steps into a free. And a poor foul given up by Chris Torado.
Sumabit siya dun sa pag-challenge siya kay Escoto. And this was the move earlier. Little Attack to the middle and then the spin away. And the nice soft touch off the glass and in para dito kay Paulo Castro.
So free throws coming up for Jetro Escoto. Yung kombinasyon ni Rafgo saka Teruel adds some ceiling dito sa front court nitong Marikina, but we have a challenge from Parañaque here with 3 minutes and 5 seconds left, and Cristorado visibly upset after being hit with that foul. We'll pause for a break. We'll be back for the result of this challenge.
The challenge made by Parañaque is successful. There was no
Okay,
foul.
successful pala yung naging challenge dito ng Parañaque Patriots.
There's no foul. Okay. Magaling yung pag-iwas ni... Sa angulo na yun, definitely iniwasan niya ang contact. But, siyempre bumagsak si Escoto kasi nag-alangan siya dun eh. Nandun si Torado sa ilalim. Escoto gets a breather. Pinasok na Jomel Landayan in the game.
Another homegrown talent for the Marikina Shoemasters, Jomel Landayan, as Teruel with his second offensive rebound. This time goes up for a shot and a foul whistled against the Patriots.
I like the activity from Teruel dun sa ilalim. Had an offensive rebound earlier, but this is where the advantage of Marikina really lies dun sa ilalim. I don't think Parañaque has a legit big dun sa kanilang lineup.
LGR, the official outfitter of the MPBL.
Outside of Lander Cannon. Wala na silang big masyado. They don't have a lot of length. That's where guys like Teruel and Rafgo have the advantage against this lineup of Parañaque.
17-6 is the tally, 11-point lead for Marikina. Under 3 minutes left here in the first period. James Mangajas gets it to Paulo Castro. Castro making his move, attacks, got blocked by Dave Teruel. Outlet, Casajeros to Tiamzon. Teruel thought about it. They swing it back to RR. Rafgo up top. Hand off to Landayan against Cinco. Jomel puts it up from downtown, too strong. And Torado gets the rebound for Parañaque.
Not the best of sequences there for Marikina. They've done very well in moving the basketball that time. Ball stopping with Landayan. And that forced three-pointer that went air ball.
2 minuto nalalabi dito sa ating first quarter. Shot clock winding down again on Parañaque. Castro puts it on the deck. Mangajas. 3-point shot won't work. Rebound, Casajeros.
Masyado malakas ang tres ni James Mangajas dun.
RR spins away from the defense. Nandun pa rin si Torado in his grill.
Was wide open down low. Pero parehong may pagka-stretch big itong Marikina ng mga big men. Kaya ang tendency nila lumabas talaga.
Casajeros nasundutan ni Torado.
A case of overpassing there. They had a shot earlier and they were made to pay that time.
Paulo Castro with 5 points here in the opening frame. We have a timeout by Marikina. 1 minute and 13 left here in quarter number 1.
Ang ganda talaga ng pagpasok dito ni Paulo Castro. Quick hands right here. And then he was off to the races. Advantage Parañaque on this fast break. And Paulo Castro converting that into 2 points. And dumidikit na paunti-unti itong Parañaque after that slow start.
These two guys combining for 30 points. Paulo Castro and MJ Homo against Quezon. And also the volume of free throws. A welcome sight para dito sa dalawang manlalaki na ito.
They played well there against Quezon. Ito si MJ Homo. All action MJ Homo. Talagang he was all over the floor in that game, no? Getting the loose balls and just getting opportunities. If you get very aggressive, tendency marereward ka talaga.
Yung yung tipong player na yung height. Siguro nasa 5'11", pero yung laro parang pang 6'5".
He even smaller, I think. Ito si MJ Homo na coach na yan, nakalaban na yan ng ating kasama dito na si Coach Mike Perez.
Yeah. Sa the stint with the Olivares College Sea Lions. Meanwhile, the former LPU Pirate, Wilson Baltasar, with a floater.
That's a champion right there from the Pampanga Giant Lanterns. Finding his way dito sa Parañaque, and I like the move galing kay Wilson Baltasar. He can provide some firepower dito sa Parañaque as he went for this move. Definitely advantage Wilson Baltasar pag nasa labas na at pinasok niya na yung kanyang atake doon sa loob.
Every game brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. 15 seconds left here in the first quarter. Baltasar asking for a clear out. Decides to give it up to Cristorado, but time expires here on the possession of the Patriots.
A lack of awareness sa sitwasyon sa shot clock there. May 6 seconds pa dito, Marikina.
Saavedra slams on the brakes and Rile will not get it off in time.
Nobody wanted to shoot there.
And Marikina with a lead here. They had a 14-0 start pero nakabawi din itong Parañaque.
And a good start for Marikina, but fading late in the period where the shoe masters, Dave Timao, spearheading that strong start against his former team. Had three baskets from the perimeter, but a little indecisiveness doon sa kanilang opensa. Hinayaan nila itong Parañaque na makabalik dito, led by Paulo Castro, and at the end of one, it's just a 7-point deficit na hinaharap ng Parañaque Patriots.
The Parañaque Patriots are staying true to their identity this window. No big name signings, just solidifying what they've already built. For Coach Melky Villanueva, the goal is clear, keep the team chemistry intact. Ayaw na nilang guluhin ang magandang samahan that's been slowly forming even if their standing is not at the top. He gives credit to his players who consistently show up with grit and energy regardless of the scoreboard. Meanwhile, bagong salta pa lang sina Alanes, Santos, Torado at Baltasar, and they're currently adjusting to the system. But with Parañaque's tight-knit foundation, there's confidence these pieces will soon click into place. Back to you guys.
Maraming salamat, Lyra, as guys like Wilson Baltasar, Shaq Alanes, Tweety Santos, they have a proven record already dito sa ating liga. Already veterans dito, and they provide that added presence para dito sa Parañaque as they try to salvage their season.
Well, a little too casual with the basketball there. Was Cinco and jumps on. Little bully ball.
Yamzon also had those kinds of plays in that narrow loss against Davao Occidental. See the field goal shooting here. Marikina 50%. Parañaque slow start but began to pick up late in the first quarter. 4 of 11 overall.
Well, this is the difference here. Every time the intensity is turned up a notch for Marikina, every time nakakalayo sila. That time though, natapikan nito si RR Caseros.
Ball will go back to Parañaque, down by 11 points. Fast break of the game is brought to you by Extreme X Play on-the-go speaker. Take your music anywhere.
Kita natin ang ganda ng galaw, no, ni RR Caseros. A lot of contact there. Pero nahanapan niya ng paraan. Nice soft touch with a tough angle para sa kanya.
When the floor sets up James Mangahas, continues to misfire from the outside. Yamzon.
The personality of this Marikina team in the last few seasons, hindi na natin na-establish na nila. They are a hard-working and a very, very gritty team. So, that proof of that, you know, sabi nga natin, hindi masyadong malaki yung mga pangalan na pumasok dito din sa team nila. No, I think key signing is the return of Deo Timao. Pero pinahirapan nila yung Davao na alam natin, medyo may star power ang team na yon.
And that goes back when Counselor Coach Elvis Tolentino was still with them. They had a couple of postseason appearances, season 4 and 5.
There have been some breakout stars from Marikina. Enzo Hoson was a breakout star 3-4 seasons ago. Eric Pili was a breakout star last year. Kasama si Joe Gomez de Llano as Kevin Buenaflor knocks down that long too.
I remember during that particular season, parang 1 and 2 in scoring si Enzo Hoson and Ives Sazon for a time for Marikina.
Yeah, before Ives moved on to his hometown team. Homegrown siya doon sa Bataan.
Tubong Hermosa yun eh. Si Ives Sazon as Baltasar. Mintis yung kanyang tira sa labas. Buenaflor kicks it out. Mangahas pupukol sa tres. Sablay yan. Tapikan ng bola. Teruel comes away with it.
Teruel with his 4th rebound of the game. Maganda yung presence dito ni Teruel. But oh my goodness. Where was the defense there?
Not much resistance from the side of Parañaque.
There was no resistance.
Wala nga. James Mangahas to Wilson Baltasar. Alanes is back in. They're down by 14 points. Shaq in and out dribble. Oh, tremendous move from Shaq Alanes.
Every time he goes left, Shaq Alanes pretty hard to stop. Nice handles and a nice angle para sa kanya to get that left-handed finish off the glass.
12-point lead. Sa panig ng Marikina, Casajeros. 3-point shot. Airballs that. Buenaflor. Alanes inside, off the glass and in.
And the shots of Marikina helping ito Parañaque get out in transition. If they do get a better shot, you know, mas nakakaset up ang kanilang depensa. But because they're taking bad shots sa kanilang opensa, it becomes a problem because that triggers the fast break para dito sa Parañaque.
They will review this one because Casajeros was able to make that 3-point shot, but there was a foul away from the basketball. Let's take a look at this one.
Legal pick whistled on Teruel, and that happened before the shot galing kay Casajeros.
So I think the shot will not count and an offensive foul will be whistled against Teruel. Santos is back in. MJ Homo nasa loob na para dito sa Parañaque. 10 ang hinahabol nila dito, 26-16. Almost 4 minutes gone by in the second quarter. MJ Homo laban kay Gentro Escoto. On matchup at the point guard position. Oh, Homo. Great pass as he was able to escape the defense and dish it out to Santos.
Oh, what a move galing kay MJ Homo. Nice breakdown move. And feeding Santos an unselfish play. Para kay MJ Homo, just attracting the defense and allowing Santos to score.
Baba sa 8 ang kalamangan ng Marikina at Yamzon. Parañaque, much better defense in this sequence. 2 seconds left. Yamzon puts it up. And a rebound by Buenaflor.
Credit that defensive possession to MJ Homo, setting the tone with his D.
Everything but the shot there. Escoto stops on the dime, pulls up. Money on that mid-range jumper.
And I like that. Galing kay Jetso Escoto. You want to take it all the way to the cup. Pero pwede mo ring itigil dyan right around 10 feet because that is a shot that's available as well. And that's pretty hard because you have to stop and get your timing and get your feet set. But Jetro Escoto showing us the touch right there. And that gives Marikina back a 10-point lead.
Next 3 games of Marikina, July 8, kalaban ng Sarangani on the 16th against the Jensen Warriors. And on the 31st, kalaban nila ang Binyan Tatak Gel Beast Motorcycle Tire. All South Division teams. Kalaban nitong Marikina this month of July.
So still a tough stretch there because Sarangani is trying to chase that number 10 spot for now. Kaya hindi madali, especially for Marikina. And Sarangani also has some good additions sa kanilang kupunan.
Yeah. Mamaya makikita natin yan. Kalaban nila Pampanga later, just after this ball game.
A lot of physicality on that play, but ganda ng crossover dito, pati yung drop pass.
Assist of the game brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. Peña floor, off the bounce, pulls it back out. Homo with 7 on their shot clock. Binabantayan pa rin ni Escoto. Homo puts up a free, short. Escoto grabs and goes for Marikina. Again, same spot, different result this time.
Yeah, Escoto really making a conscious effort to find his shot sa larong to.
Alanes baseline drive, nakabingwit ng foul laban kay Jay Yutok.
Yutok just putting his body too close to Alanes noon ay wala nang magagalawan si Shaq Alanes. Referee Jay Castroverde right in front of that area right there. It's a good thing that it's not a shooting foul, just a baseline inbound.
Fresh 14 sa shot clock ng Parañaque. Scoring has slowed down a bit here in this juncture of the second quarter. 28-18. Sasalaksak si Shaq. Up and under move. Alanes left it short. Gets it back. This time from free. Alanes puts it in.
So Shaq Alanes can take over games if he wants to. He's got 7 points in the ball game.
7 points din ang lamang na Marikina. 28-21. Ubaldo. Yutok. Pupukol sa 3. That one pops out. Ball batted around and ends up with Lander Cannon. Alan Mangahas using that Santos pick. Witty Santos whips a pass to Alanes. A bit off target, but Alanes shoots anyway. It will rattle out.
That's a good line there galing kay sa tira ni Alanes.
Muntik na di masalon ni Jay Yutok, but right there for the recovery and the point para dito sa Marikina. Going na floor, wala.
So, pagod na itong mga ibang players na Parañaque. Shaq Alanes didn't even bother to get back para sa opensa nitong Parañaque. But you let Parañaque off the hook every time you take a three-pointer.
Cannon at the elbow. Pulls it back out to Mangahas. Alan snakes his way inside. Now takes that jumper off the mark. Cannon, rebound, and a foul whistled against the Shoemasters.
Nice situation being created by Alan Mangahas. He saw Lander Cannon having the advantage dun sa offensive glass. That's the time when he pulled the trigger with his shot. And although he missed, nandun naman si Lander Cannon to clean it up.
Itong free throw na ito ay hatid sa atin ng Extreme Appliances, ang subok at kompletong appliance brand ng Pilipinas. Lander Cannon makes his first free throw. Played for Pasig and also for Now finding himself with the Patriots. That shot trickles in for Jay Yutok.
Well, Jay Yutok has played the same way since the start of this ball game. He's got 8 points. Meron na siyang kalahati doon sa output niya in the last game. I like the consistency. I like the idea that every time you put Jay Yutok on the floor, you get the same kind of energy and effort galing sa kanya.
And also that added confidence with his new role with Marikina. Bounce around, played for Mindoro. Also had a stint with Manila. Dito mas featured yung role niya under Coach Jello Nebres eh.
And this is the type of game ng Marikina really is a perfect fit para dito kay Jay Yutok.
Canon, banggaan. Laban kay Peñano. Nakakuha ulit ng foul laban sa Marikina.
One of the rare times they go to Lander Cannon in the low block. They get rewarded. A nice drop step to the baseline. And Cannon showing us some footwork. And Lander Cannon played for as important player para dito sa Quezon Huskers last season. He was a rotation piece on that team.
Sila ni Jason Opiso, no? Lander Cannon. Played for Pasig Catholic College. Started with had a solid season as well with Pasig.
Actually, very hindi masyado na kwento yun, no? But last year also, when the MPBL went to Dubai for the national finals, Lander also reconnected with family there. Kasi si MJ Garcia, yung tatay niya, tagal niya nang hindi nakita na nakasama niya doon, napanood siya. But si Lander may kapatid din doon sa Dubai.
Always a great sight if tagal nilang nagkita, finding their way there, and yung motivation, no? Especially Quezon, they had that tough stretch against Batangas City in the South Division Finals. Although limited minutes lang si Lander Cannon there, but yun naman yung naging kagandahan nun. A reward seeing his brother dun sa Dubai. Now he's posting up against this time Kudal. Alan Mangahas can't hit the jumper from the outside. 32-23, a minute and 35 left.
Yung pasa yung trajectory ng pasa ni Jay was going outside, no? So hindi na salo ni Deo, sa labas ka papunta.
Poposte na naman si Tweety Santos laban kay Canon. Lost it. Yutok. Aggressive drive to the basket and rolls in plus a foul.
And Jay Yutok up to 10 points and everything at the rim para kay Jay Yutok. And always, you know, the conviction at the way he takes this ball to the cup, a really fitting reward dun sa nangyari sa kanya. Just could not complete the three-point play, pero gusto ko yung yung aggressiveness niya, and then an unforced error para sa Parañaque.
Bola babalik sa kupunan ng Marikina. Re-establishing a double-digit lead, 11 points. Timaho with his second free.
Deo Timaho also into double figures with 10 points. Reminding his former team na dapat sana mas maraming playing time ko dito.
Santos, mga araro sa ilalim. Foul ulit nakuha ng Parañaque.
Parañaque, that's the right idea there. Go to Tweety Santos dun sa ilalim. Although undersized, Tweety has the footwork, has the skill set to cause problems sa depensa, pero yung free throws niya, hindi niya pinasok doon, yung una.
Also has added some range.
Noong unang season pala ni Tweety, bilib na bilib kami lagi dyan. Tumitira na malayo.
Oo. Not shy to take those outside shots. Meanwhile, Ubaldo finally gets himself on the board.
Nice strong move again galing kay Ubaldo. Scotto ang tagapasa doon. Ganda na naman ng pasa. Ganda ng timing.
7-0 run by the Shoemasters. They have increased their lead to 16 points. Moralde grabs the offensive rebound. Ito yung sinasabi natin. Santos for free. Left it short though. Timeout. Para dito sa Marikina Shoemasters Play of the Game, brought to you by OneXBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with OneXBet.
A nice move galing kay Ubaldo there. Escoto throws the D and no help because Cannon was preoccupied with Escoto. Medyo nahuli na siya doon.
Have a timeout on the floor with 20 seconds remaining here in the first half. Next 3 games of the Parañaque Patriots on July 10, kalaban Jensen Warriors. On the 16th versus the Zamboanga Sikat Families Brand Sardines. July 24, mga kalaban naman nila ang Manila Batang Quiapo. Possibly the last shot of the quarter para dito sa Marikina Shoemasters. Escoto off the dribble, went in early, giving an opportunity for Parañaque here. Moralde na agaw.
Well, you credit that stop to Jay Yutok. But Marikina very sloppy to close out the quarter. Yutok has been a bright spot along with Timaho. Escoto has looked sloppy at times, but again, he was also brilliant in that first half. And the three have combined for 27 points dito sa ating first half. Nice showing by the young trio, Yutok, Timaho, and Escoto.
Picking up from where they left off, especially ito si Jay Yutok and Deo Timaho. Both scored in double figures in that loss against Davao Occidental. Jetro Escoto just finding his niche para dito sa Marikina Shoemasters. A hot start and they have a 16-point lead at the half, 39-23.
I came from nothing. Just a small boy from streets of General Santos City. No shoes, no food, no chance, just a dream in my heart. From flyweight to junior middleweight, 8 divisions. Thank you. Mabuhay ang Pilipinas. Mabuhay ang bawat Pilipinong nangangarap at lumalaban. This is our victory. This is our story, and the best is yet to come.
Welcome back to the MPBL. It is halftime of our first game between the Marikina Shoemasters and the Parañaque Patriots. Ako po si Lyra Punsalan at kasama natin ngayong hapon ang head coach of the Marikina Shoemasters, Coach Angelo Nebre. Coach Angelo, with more than half of your roster homegrown Mariqueños now, talagang nakikita natin that your players have been playing with more pride. Ano pang gusto nyong ma-translate sa culture nyo?
Being Mariqueños, kailangan namin i-showcase naman yung mga players namin sa Marikina. Marami kaming magagaling na homegrowns na gusto namin ma-excel nila yung mga talents nila. And yun, ma-showcase namin sa MPBL to the Philippines na maraming Mariqueños na magagaling mag-basketball.
And in this deep in the season, anong area pa ng game plan nyo yung gusto nyo pang mapakita para sa mga players?
Papakita namin yung mga sipag, yung galing at talento ng mga Mariqueños. Hindi lang sa basketball, alam namin yan. Maraming mga athletes na nag-excel sa Marikina. Yun ang i-showcase namin as Marikina.
Any greetings?
May greetings sa mga sa amin sa Marikina, yung mga tao sa Marikina, kay Coach Elvis Tolentino na walang sawang sumusuporta, kay Mayor Maan Chodoro and kay Congressman Marcy Chodoro na alam namin na nagpursige at tutulong para sa amin sa Marikina. Maraming salamat. Yung mga teammates, yung mga players namin, at sa wife ko, maraming salamat sa suporta sa Marikina.
Maraming salamat, Coach Angela Nebres of the Marikina Shoe Masters. MPBL will be back.
Manny Pacquiao is annihilating Oscar De La Hoya. That is the most spectacular one-punch shot of Manny Pacquiao's incredible career. And he fights his way off and goes down again. Straight left lands for Manny. Does he have Cotto in trouble? Manny Pacquiao is a storm. Another huge left hand by Pacquiao. Punch after punch after punch. And he knocks the straight left hand. And there's the punching bell. Look at the brilliant accuracy of Manny Pacquiao. Landing with both right and left hands. This is why we use the word sensation.
Our halftime score is 39-23. Marikina holds a 16-point lead over Parañaque. And the huge reason why has been the huge start para dito sa Marikina. They had that 14-0 spurt to begin this match, Delph, and medyo humabol yung Parañaque. They were able to cut it to as low as 9 points, but Marikina holding steady with a strong finishing kick in the half.
No, the problem here for Parañaque has been their ability to get back in transition. And for Marikina, they allowed actually Parañaque to get back into the game because of their shot selection. So, ang nangyari dito, this could have been a bigger lead for Marikina if they didn't have a stretch na, they were settling for three-pointers and outside shots. But nonetheless, I like the speed that Marikina has been playing. This is to their advantage against this veteran-laden Parañaque team. And if they do sustain this, they're in for a good finish para dito sa kanila in this ball game. Parañaque needs to address yung pagbabalik nila in transition, particularly in stopping Jay Yutok on the open floor.
Jay Yutok and Deo Timajo with 10 points apiece to lead the way for the Marikina Shoemasters. Plus 8 in terms of fast break points, 14-6. Itong Marikina.
Malaki bagay yung fast break scoring. Lalo na pag Marikina also had a stretch na pinoblema din nila itong Parañaque, no? Lalo na nung nandun si Paulo Castro. But when Castro is off the floor, it was easy for Marikina, really.
12 points for Deo Timajo. Marikina is in the midst of a 9-0 run. And finally, snapped by that basket by Cinco.
Cinco, the former Davao Tiger.
Alley-oop. Setting up Ubaldo inside.
Ganda ng composition nitong Marikina. Really giving guys like Ubaldo a platform to showcase their skills.
Playing with much more pace. Santos with a putback para dito sa Parañaque.
And Yutok running the floor immediately. He is a threat on the open floor.
That's the thing. Even after mix, itong Marikina just hell-bent on running, and that results to another basket by Deo Timajo plus a foul.
Well, Deo Timajo has been synonymous to buckets dito sa larong to. He just finds ways to score, Deo Timajo. And the way that he is able to score, he actually just keeps it simple. Yung kanyang mga galaw.
Impis nga lang yung bonus free throw. Chris Turado can't finish.
No, libreng-libre yung gitna doon. No? A lapse defensively for Marikina. Puti na lang, hindi nakashoot si Turado. But on the other side, Escoto commits another traveling call.
Actually, good intention there because Ubaldo was able to cut. Kaya lang, took an extra step before issuing that pass. Alanes drives with his offhand and draws a foul against Jay Yutok. Shaq Alanes, also a former LPU Pirate.
Nag-abot sila ni Wilson Baltasar sa Lyceum yan.
Meanwhile, let's check in with Miss Lyra Punsalan.
Shaq Alanes of Parañaque is taking things one step at a time as he eases back into competitive play. Galing sa mahigit na kalahating taon na pahinga, aminado siyang nangangapa pa siya sa sistema ng team. Pero walang pressure daw na binibigay ang coaching staff, only support and patience. Malaking tulong din daw para kay Shaq ang guidance ng mga Ahas brothers who have been helping him get into the right headspace with their advice and leadership. Mas kampante siyang maglaro and contribute gradually as he finds his rhythm again. For now, it's all about staying focused and slowly regaining his confidence. Back to you guys.
Maraming salamat, Lyra. And while you were reporting that one, a strong take to the basket by R.R. Casajeros and a bonus free throw coming up.
Well, so strong that R.R. found his way straight to the first row. Right there. Hanggang dun, yung momentum ni R.R. Casajeros. And when you drive the cup to the cup with that much conviction, you always get rewarded. And again, a three-point play opportunity gone begging there as they failed to convert on the bonus, but Shaq Alanes comes right back with his 11th point of the game.
Top move right there by Shaq Alanes. And going back to Lyra's report about Shaq, it helps that he has familiar faces to work with. Mga veterano na rin yung mga kasama niya dito sa Parañaque. As Cristorado sidesteps his way to that layup.
Well, when it comes to skill, among the small men dito sa liga natin, Cristorado has got to be up there.
Wow, Deo Timajo just having his way here in this ball game. Third three-pointer for a total of 17 points.
I like this version of Deo Timajo. Much more confident with his shot, much comfortable at the pace that the pace being played. We talk about pace. This is pace right here, Cristorado. Changing direction and the pace to beat Peñano, who's been lackluster in this ball game. Carl Peñano has missed a couple of layups from close range, then also not doing a good job defensively there.
Turnover against Marikina. Torrado setting up Shaq Alanes. Almost got it in, but two free throws coming up.
Hindi lang na tama yung pectus. Palayo sa rin yung pectus doon. But this is another well-ran fast break for Parañaque.
Fast break of the game brought to you by Extreme Cool Air Conditioners. Ang Extreme Magpalamig, free installation for split-type air conditioners. Shaq Alanes back at the line. Was he part of that Basilan squad under Coach Gerson? O yung isa yun?
Yung
isa yun?
Yung isa.
Yung season 2, no?
Oo.
Parañaque has a lot of attempts but only making half of them, 6 out of 12 from the free throw line.
Well, this lead has stayed right around the 9 to 14-point mark.
Oh man, Deo Timajo, fourth three-pointer knocked down.
He's got 10 points in the first 3 minutes of the third quarter. Deo Timajo, a hot start here in the second half, propelling Marikina to their biggest lead of 17 points. Sabi natin yung kumpiyansa and then the pace that this game is being played. Parañaque has not done anything to make Deo Timajo second guess or get uncomfortable.
Matching his output against Davao Occidental, had all 20 of his points in the second half in that game. Ito si Deo Timajo. Nagsisimula na naman siya dito against Parañaque. LGR is the official outfitter of the MPBL. Timajo feeling it against Cinco. Plethora of moves up and under, gets it back himself but got blocked by Cinco.
Well, Cinco taking the challenge this time, and he'll score on the other end as well as Timajo fails to get back in transition. Only 4 points.
Oh, such a smart play. Timajo taking advantage of Cristorado underneath.
And what I like about Deo Timajo is that you cannot rush him.
Oo. Plays at its own pace. Sa ano to nang mamama din sa ilalim to
Marami siyang galaw Tsaka yung tira niya sa labas, very reliable. Ang kanyang mid-range game.
Piso-piso. Ako may yan may Facebook page din yan, pangalan Mr. Suave.
Oo.
Diba?
And it's just about right, Mr. Suave.
Assist of the game brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. Jomel Landayan has his own version of a free here.
Only the first basket para kay Jomel Landayan. But Marikina's lead is 16.
58-42. 4 minutes gone by in the third. Shaq Alanes continues to attack. And he will earn himself 2 more free throws. Kudal called for that foul. At medyo tinamaan din siya doon. Si Steven Kudal, a bit shaken up. Papalitan muna siya dito ni Enrile. Shaq Alan is back at the line. His first game back. Been quite some time since we last saw him. Like we said, last time we saw him was when he was playing with Bicol.
And he was quite busy in the 3x3 circuit overseas. Ito si Shaq Alanes. And one thing that has changed though with Shaq is that the shorts are longer.
Oh.
Mahilig sa maiksing shorts to dati.
Pasok yung unang free throw ni...
Baka hindi lang na-advisean yung nagtahi.
yung nagtahi. Baka i-adjust sa next game. Baka inabol lang, no? Special deal from OneXBet. Scan the QR code and claim your special offer. Ito ba, boss? Mas komportable ka ba sa short shorts o long shorts?
Wala. Dahil wala na akong basketball. Yung sakto lang. Yung sakto lang. Basta komportable.
Oo. Santos, wow. Knocks down that free.
Parang tinapon lang, no?
Oo nga eh.
Ganun kagaling si Tweety Santos. Akala mo ano lang napaka-casual lang yung bato eh.
That's the lead down to 14. Nakaagaw pa sila dito. Cristorado, forward pass to Baltasar. Parañaque making their move. Wilson Baltasar for free off the back iron. Timaho gets it to Casajeros. RR got blocked by Cinco. His second block.
A nice D there galing kay Cinco.
Alanes. That one rolls out.
Muntik na siyang matravel doon. He cannot land on the same foot.
Casajeros puts it up. No good. Landayan tracks it down. From the right corner. And his second three-pointer here in the third quarter para dito kay Jomel Landayan.
Well, the pace has been frenetic and Parañaque is falling under the weight of this pace right now. No, hindi sila makasabay. Only two players getting back defensively. That allows Landayan to track down the miss and knock down this three-point shot.
This three-point shot brought to you by Extreme, your one-stop shop appliances at Marikina, keeping Parañaque at bay at the moment. They're up by 17, 63-46. Deo Timaho sizzling here in the third period. 22 points, 12 of those coming here in the third period, and also knocking down 4 triples and picking up from where he left off in that game against Davao Occidental. And for more on Deo, let's go to Lyra.
Deo Timaho of Marikina is still carrying the sting of their heartbreaking 1-point loss to Davao. Hindi raw siya mapakali after that game, kaya paulit-ulit niyang nire-review yung performance niya, all to make sure he learns and come back stronger after that match. Sineryoso din daw niya ang challenge sa kanya ng coaching staff, lalo na si Coach Chelo, na mas maging kumpiyansa sa mga tira niya and trust his scoring ability. Today, he's locked in with a personal goal in mind. Makamit na sana ang una niyang Best Player Award with the season. With that fire and focus, expect Deo to come out swinging. Back to you guys.
Maraming salamat, Lyra, and that comes with a win if they get this one today against Parañaque. Deo Timaho, though, certainly very impressive in his stint back with the Marikina Shoemasters.
Yeah, and the manner at his way he's scoring, no, outside, inside, dami niyang galaw. At ang ganda ng galaw na yun ni Wilson Baltasar.
63-49, 14-point lead. Approaching the 4-minute mark of the third. Natalisod doon si Casajeros. He got pushed, apparently, by Cinco.
And they're claiming na hindi niya, lalo na si Cinco, na hindi niya daw tinamaan. Itong si Casajeros. But Marikina already in penalty.
Casajeros back at the line. One of the longest tenured players dito sa Marikina Shoemasters. Here's the play.
May have tripped on himself right there.
RR sinking in both free throws. Lead back up to 16. Isa rin sa mga dating manlalaro ni Coach Mike, si Allen Papa. His first appearance today for Parañaque.
Papa has had some spectacular games this season.
Baltasar draws contact, puts it in, plus a foul.
Loving the confidence galing kay Wilson Baltasar. He has been struggling from beyond the arc, but this time seeing that he had the advantage on the bounce against Enrile, maximizing that. Lovely control on that one-hander, and Baltasar at the line trying to complete his second straight three-point play.
Little bit playing out of his position. He's playing the 4 spot right now.
I think he's really good at the 4 spot right now para dito sa Parañaque. That's former teammates ni Wilson, si Raymond Binuya. Medyo hindi maglalaro si Raymond. Kita ng may sling.
Yup, he injured his shoulder in that game against Cebu. That was an intense game, yung laban ng Pampangan Cebu at the Brenti Giao Convention Center. Baltasar still can't hit those 3-point shots. Mel mabigat, nasa load na for Marikina. Gets his own miss, wala pa din.
2 open looks para kay Mel. A veteran, hindi yan nakompleto yung plays na yon.
MJ Homo, drop pass inside. Papa got blocked. Outlet, mabigat. Sinigurado na.
Parañaque not making the most of that advantage dun sa ilalim kanina.
Tweety na naman, sablay this time.
That was a 4-point swing.
Wow, just Marikina hell-bent on pushing the pace. MJ Homo, inside that layup, wala. Allen Papa, the putback still no go. Numbers here for the Shoemasters, 3-on-1, fast break. That shot emphatically erased by Tweety Santos.
Now, what a block galing kay Tweety Santos. Chamzon was throwing off that basketball, and the long arms of the law catching up with him in the form of this hand galing kay Tweety Santos.
Solid stand on defense despite the numbers disadvantage there. Nakapwesto to si Tiamzon sa ilalim.
So Jamson has 7 points in the ball game.
71-52, 19-point lead. When the floor dumps it down low, Cannon, pinilit, able to flip it up and in.
Parañaque just hanging around, doing all they could para makadikit pa dito.
But rebounds have been a problem. Multiple second chance opportunities for Marikina. Mabigat sa loob. Tapikan ng bola. It ends up with Mel. Try to locate Basco down low. Turnover against the Shoemasters.
And Parañaque let off the hook. Hindi makompleto ng Marikina yung sitwasyon na yon.
Play of the game brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet.
That's an awkward shot galing kay Lander Cannon, but the result is much more important.
Cannon grabs the offensive board. Sends it to a cutting Paulo Castro, who can't hit it.
That was Ben Flor.
Also Ben Flor pala. Sidestep, Tiamzon, short. Cannon the rebound. Allen Papa, bounce pass, Buena Flor. Uy, sobra.
Now these two teams missing layups. Incredible.
1 minute and 15 seconds left. We saw Peñano back in the first quarter. Similar thing that happened to him. Dito si Buena Flor missing a gimme.
Ilang beses na yun. No? Parehong kuponan, nagbimintis ng layup.
Mabigat, nasupalpal
Oh,
ni
that
Lander
is
Cannon.
off Mabigat as well.
Si Lander Cannon, ganda ng timing sa mga blocks
Yeah.
niya eh.
Very underrated yung shot blocking ability ni Lander Cannon.
MJ Homo spins off Tiamzon. Draws a foul.
Oh, what a move, MJ Homo. Just a handful to stay in front of. Ito si MJ Homo.
Comes on call for his second foul.
Tsaka stocky itong si MJ Homo eh. Kayang umabsorb ng mga bangga.
Gustong-gusto niya maipagbanggaan talaga. Ay, ano?
Yan, si Chamson will oblige.
Fresh off a stint with the Olivares College Sea Lions, MJ Homo. %75% from the line this season, splitting those charities.
Cuts din yung biceps ni MJ Homo. Eh. Kita-kita din eh. Medyo stocky lang, pero lakas talaga din ang katawan. Oh, look at that. MJ.
Almost causing a turnover.
Hindi pwedeng tumalikod or hindi ka pwedeng hindi naka-alerto pag nandun si MJ Homo sa vicinity.
And he draws an offensive foul against Jomel Landayan.
Really smart play. Usually that's Jomel Landayan doing that to an opponent, but this time MJ Homo outsmarting Jomel.
51 seconds to go. 16 pa rin ang labang ng Marikina. Their highest scoring output so far this season. MJ Homo sa poste. Oh man, that's a veteran move right there from MJ Homo. Landayan called for another foul. Penalty na ang Marikina dito.
Now the lead has stayed in that range, Ken. Hindi makaalagwa din itong Parañaque because every time they have a chance, nagmimintis ang Marikina, just can't convert as well. Only 36% for Parañaque as a team.
Pinamababang kalamangan na nakalapit sila was at 8 points.
Yung free throw nila hindi rin nakakatulong sa kanila. 11 of 22.
On the free throw attempts actually for Parañaque. 28 seconds remaining. Rafgo, former Gilas youth member. Mong Basco bubukol sa tres. Short. Cannon grabs another board. His 9th. Buena floor with a silky smooth layup. And it's a 14-point lead for Marikina.
There's just some players na pag lumutang na sa ere, ang ganda panoorin. Isa si KB doon.
Marikina turns the ball over. Still a chance for Parañaque. 2 seconds remaining. Buena Flor puts it up. And that's gonna do it here in the first 3 quarters. Kaya nang binabanggit po namin, nakauna na yung Marikina dito. 14-0 start. But continuing to keep up the pace. Highlights of the game brought to you by Sip Plus, the official hydration partner of the MPBL Elevator Hydration.
Well, it was a quarter where Deo Timao started out hot. Had around 10 points in the first 3 minutes of the period. That really set the tone for Marikina just to keep, Parañaque at bay. Parañaque doing their best na makahabol dun sa dulo, making up the pace. Picking up the pace pero hindi pa rin na umubra because Marikina still up by 14 going into the 4th.
Gixer fan of the game, born for greatness. Happy to have you with us here at the Alonte Sports Arena.
Kakadating lang ng mga yan Na-feature agad, ang bilis naman.
Marilyn, matinik. And later on, Pampanga versus Sarangani. And then Binyan, kalaban naman ng Cebu.
Ang ganda ng mga laban natin, Pampanga parading John Nermal.
Yeah. John Nermal. Certainly was a Mythical 5 member, if I'm not mistaken, back in Season 5.
And he led Bacoor to a finals appearance.
Grabe quarter scoring ng third quarter, ha? 34-32. This was a solid start for Marikina. They were ahead in the first 2 quarters. Pero dito, yun nga yung sinasabi natin sa left though, na itong Parañaque, every time they make their move, mayroong kasagutan itong Shoemasters.
Oo, but again, itong that time yung depensa ng parehong kupunan parang hindi masyadong nagpakita ng pangil, no? Lalo na dito sa side din ng Parañaque, giving up 32 points in a game where you are trying to catch up. That's too much.
KB, Allen Papa, Paulo Castro, MJ Homo, and Lander Cano on the unit para dito sa Parañaque Patriots. Trailing by 15.
And this is a unit that has played most of the season together. No, walang baguhan dyan.
Yeah. Off the heel, that 3-point attempt by Paulo Castro. Ball will stay with the Patriots. Escoto, Peñano, Ubaldo, Timajo, and Yutok naman ang magtitimon para dito sa Marikina to begin the fourth.
We did not see a lot of Yutok in that third quarter as Allen Papa scores. Could have been fouled on that occasion, pero they let this one go. Parañaque needs to make its move here.
Escoto short. Allen Papa the rebound. Down by 13.
And what a matchup. This is Homo and Escoto size-wise.
Grabe, MJ Homo just bullying his way inside. 11 na lang ang lamang. Yutok lines it up from downtown.
Jay Yutok comes back in and delivers immediately. 13 points in the ball game. Para kay Jay Yutok, had 10 in the first half. That's his first basket here in the second half.
Backdoor. Paulo Castro off the window. 75-63.
Well, the pace that we're playing now, and with the way Parañaque's personnel on the floor, mukhang lamang na sila dito, no? Mga kalamang sila, no? Mas athletic and more younger five on the floor para sa kanila. Unlike kanina, medyo experience ang nagdadala sa kanila.
Assist of the game brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. And ngayon kasi mas marami na silang players at their disposal. Unlike in previous games na usually 7, 8 players lang sila. Ngayon, mas sinusubukan din nila itong mga bagong piyesa nila like Santos, Alanes, Dorado.
And these are newcomers now with the addition of Allen Papa.
Yeah. Santos grabs the rebound.
A nice box out kay Papa on Ubaldo.
Papa drives. Foul called on Marikina.
Now we've seen fouls na mas matindi. We've seen calls, let go calls, na mas matindi ang contact kaysa doon.
2 shots nonetheless for Allen Papa. 2 minutes gone by here in the fourth. Free throws have been detrimental to the cause of Parañaque tonight.
Well, it's been their Waterloo. 11 of 24 from the free throw line. Itong Parañaque.
Baltasar rectifies that, has a total of 9 points.
That was Allen Papa.
This is Peñano. This is Yutok for free, too strong.
Medyo natakam si Yutok doon.
Allen Papa susugod na naman, and 2 more free throws coming up.
He's been on attack mode ever since he came in. Allen Papa. Lakas ng katawan, kayang mag-absorb ng contact.
3-point shot is brought to you by Extreme, your one-stop shop appliances.
Just a casual grab and shoot there galing kay Jay Yutok.
Allen Papa. Pasok ulit ang kanyang free throw. Chance to cut this back to single digits yung kalamangan nitong Marikina. That one rolls out.
Again, free throws, 12 of 26 now.
Timaho gets it to Peñano. Timaho reloads. And Torrado off to the races. Torrado got blocked by Neo Timaho.
Well, Alanes was open in the corner.
Ubaldo lays it up and in, making the Parañaque Patriots pay with that turnover.
You cannot afford to make mistakes like that. Torrado, you know, he had options dito sa kaliwa. He had an option with Alanes, a much better look. Hindi niya nakita, and then fast break agad, Marikina, making Parañaque pay.
It's a Thursday afternoon dito po sa Alonte Sports Arena. Fan of the Game is brought to you by LGR, the official outfitter of the MPBL. Quick shoutout lang sa isa sa ating mga statisticians, si Poy Abalos, watching at home with Courtney, Bryce, Clay, and Chin.
Basta, nagte-text sa'yo, nagte-text din sa akin ah.
Ganun ba?
Alam niya kung sino babati sa kanya.
And syempre, happy birthday din kay Papa P daw, kay Kuya Pads. As, ayan, si Kuya Pads.
Yun, nagtatrabaho on his birthday.
Kailan ba talagang birthday niyan? This week.
Bine-verify po namin. Kasalukuyan, bine-verify.
Kasi na-extend nung Tuesday, pinati ko na din eh.
Ah, talaga?
Oo. Week-long birthday pala for Kuya Pans.
Week-long.
Yeah, a challenge here by Parañaque. We'll be back for the result of that one.
The Parañaque Patriots challenge was successful.
Success ulit ang challenge ng Parañaque.
Sumakses!
Oh.
So, this was out of bounds.
Off of Yutok.
Or, kay Teruel.
Rebound. Teruel clears it for Marikina. Facing a double team, release pass to Yutok. Jay Yutok pulls up, short. Ubaldo grabs the rebound, giving another opportunity for Marikina.
Kitang-kita ko si Ubaldo. Handa kumuha ng alley-oop eh. Doon sa kay Yuto kanina.
He had one earlier. Now he gives a screen to Escoto. Yutok ulit.
Look at this. Athletes of
Yeah.
Marikina. These are athletes right here. And that's been the difference in this ball game. 9 points para kay Ubaldo to go with 9 rebounds as well.
And ito si Ubaldo, no? At 9 points and 10 rebounds against Davao Occidental. This free throw din sa atin na Extreme Appliances ang subok at kompletong appliance brand ng Pilipinas.
And Yutok had an open look off that offensive rebound. That did not go.
Baltasar, sumugod, nakakuha ng foul laban sa Marikina.
Sumabit si Teruel doon.
13 of 27 from the line. Itong Parañaque Patriots.
14 misses is equals to a 14-point deficit.
That time, Baltasar knocks down the first. Baltasar with 9 points. Special deal from 1xBet. Scan the QR code and claim your special offer.
Well, Wilson was traded in exchange for John Ashley Fa. And then he was waived by Manila, now picked up by Parañaque.
Ubaldo drives and lays it up and in.
That was nasty, galing kay Ubaldo, really challenging the defense, and Dalanes comes right back.
But Parañaque can't afford to exchange baskets. They're still down by 13 points. 81-68. Timaho puts it on the deck. Foul again whistled on Cinco.
Now you see Timaho, obviously, sanay siya as a go-to guy.
Yeah.
Kitang-kita na komportable siya with the ball in his hands.
Tubong San Mateo Rizal, but moved in with his wife and now lives in Marikina City. Ito si Deo Timaho.
Ganda ng mga detalye mo. Now moves in with his wife to Marikina.
Ito si Lander Cannon, too strong. Siyempre, ano yan very proud yan, no? Of finding his way to Marikina, and he played a couple of seasons for the Shoemasters under Coach Elvis Tolentino. And even despite limited minutes, you could see that you've mentioned how he's always been a good defender and a good mid-range shooter. That time, though, a miss from the outside. Baltasar swoops in, and the third guy in double fingers for the Parañaque Patriots.
13 now para kay Baltasar. It's now just a 9-point advantage for Marikina. And Patriots making their move here in the fourth.
Yutok,
This is a crucial possession right here.
Teruel, too strong. Parañaque on the move. Torrado. That pass broken up. It will stay with the Patriots. 4 minutes and 21 seconds left here in the fourth quarter.
And they find another gear here.
Baltasar. The flip shot will work. 15 points for Wilson Baltasar.
I'm loving this performance from Wilson Baltasar here in Parañaque. He's been given an opportunity to shine, and he's repaying that with his performance right here. 15 points para kay Wilson Baltasar, and he pulls the Patriots to within 7.
We have a timeout by Marikina. We'll pause for a break. Special deal from 1xBet. Scan the QR code and claim your special offer. Wilson Baltasar has enabled Parañaque to get closer here. 15 points, 3 rebounds.
Yung mga mintis niya galing sa 3-point zone yan, no? But within the paint in mid-range, he's very prolific. Ito si Wilson Baltasar. Hindi ko pa nga napapasalamatan to. Naging reinforcement namin to sa MPBL team nung Dubai Games, no? Kalaban ng team ni celebrity na si Chris Fade.
Wow. Meanwhile, a basket here by Marikina. This is the closest Parañaque has been, down by just 7 points.
No, balik sa Sham, no? After that basket galing kay Deo Timaho.
Alanes for free, off the mark. Marikina at the moment still holding strong. Escoto puts it up, wide open, can't knock it down.
I don't think that was the best option there.
Wala sa rhythm eh. Nasupalpal si Alanes ni Tiamzon. Again, Tiamzon just doing the dirty work para dito sa Marikina.
Alanes not in his best shape yet. Back-to-back misses by Escoto.
Baltasar, nasundutan. The recovery by Torrado. The teardrop will work for Chris.
Don't count the Patriots just yet. Torrado has 6 points in the game.
7 na lang ulit ang lamang ng Marikina.
And look at Torrado. He is 4 points away from a triple-double. Only 4 points away. Look at the... And I like what I'm seeing. Torrado, Baltasar, they've found a home here with Parañaque. And given an opportunity, you know, Torrado's move to Caloocan didn't really work out. But here with Parañaque, he's been given all the time an opportunity to shine again.
Timaho gets it to Peñano, who has really struggled in this game. Peñano makes his move, still can't finish.
Foul given up by Marikina, but Peñano has struggled. And he fouls out of the game. He did not score in this ball game.
Oh, free shooting from the field for Carl Peñano.
Enrile has returned. Chance na makadikit ang Parañaque pa rin dito.
Cannon sa loob. Almost got it in, and free throws coming up.
And crucial free throws para kay Lander Cannon. 2.5 minutes remaining. And Torrado has made things happen for the Patriots. Either with his hustle and his playmaking. And Cannon calmly sinks the first free throw. 6 na lang, 2-possession game.
Still a lot of time left. 2 minutes and 32 seconds left. 14 rebounds to go along with the 6 points for Lander Cannon.
Only 5 points from as high as 17 here in the second half.
Biggest lead of Marikina was at 19 points.
Dito sa second half natin.
Oo. Sumugod si Timaho for his 26th point of the ball game.
What a night he's having.
Baltasar almost lost his footing but got bailed out with that foul.
Well, they're not going to call a travel there. Pangingibabaw ang foul call.
Timaho with his second foul. Baltasar back at the line.
May 15 puntos na si Wilson Baltasar.
Baltasar tonight, 4 of 5 shooting.
JJ Pido.
Oo.
Artistahin.
17 out of 32. Itong Parañaque. Make that 18 of 33 after that make.
A much better clip para sa Parañaque in the last few trips dun sa linya. That's why they've pulled to within 5. 8 seconds.
Yeah. So now Parañaque has a chance to make this a single possession ball game.
And there's plenty of time left as well.
85-80. Torrado.
Well, Landayan and Escoto are on the bench, no? Walang natural point guard itong Marikina.
Torrado bounce pass. Cannon nasundutan. At it was off the leg of Lander Cannon. Apparently, they will review this one. We are under the last 2 minutes.
Yeah. A nice play again, set up by kay Chris Torrado.
That's Kevin Racal on your screens.
Oo nga. Ano yan? Taga Muntinlupa yan. Maybe showing up for his former teammates here like Kevin Buenaflor.
Upon reviews,
Kamabata
Marikina
na yan.
Masters Basketball.
Former Letran Knight, Kevin Racal.
Champion yan.
Yes. Ito yung nangyari sa last play. Oh, tumama sa hita ni Lander Cannon.
Quick hands there galing kay Casajeros, but still need to get it across. Marikina.
Natural point guard, no, on the floor for the Shoemasters.
Kasama niya yata si Coach, former Muntinlupa Coach Jack Ascueta doon.
Picks a great move of the game, born for greatness. This is way back in the first half from Paolo Castro. Hindi na rin natin masyadong nakita here in the second half. Tiamzon going to work, puts it back in para dito sa Marikina.
Persistence there galing kay Tiamzon.
Oh man, Shaq Alanes took his time, got the bump and the bucket.
What a move galing kay Shaq Alanes. This is really the testament to the really two plays that have exemplified this ball game for Marikina. The persistence galing kay Tiamzon and the finesse of Shaq Alanes in getting the bucket. Now a chance to pull to within 4. Ooh, we have a tight one.
Shaq Alanes with 19 points. 4-point lead para dito sa Marikina Shoemasters. Timaho steps back, puts up a free. It's good!
Wow. Deadly. Deo Timaho, all the confidence in the world. Able to knock down that 3. That's a foul on Casajeros.
29 points for Mr. Suave, Deo Timaho.
What a night para kay Deo Timaho. Just sizing up Baltasar here. As we mentioned, how comfortable is he with the ball in his hands? Very, very comfortable.
20 points against Davao Occidental. Outdoing himself with 29 tonight. Cristorado though, quietly almost a triple-double.
Could not hit. Struggles at the line para kay Torado. Grabe. 6 points, 10 rebounds, and 12 assists. The 10 rebounds, impressive. Yung 12 assists, alam natin na kaya niya yan.
Oh. This free throw here, a chance to make this a 2-possession ball game.
Every time Parañaque has inched closer, nandun. Oh, Torado able to get his own miss.
Baltasar able to recover.
Oo, matik siya na traveling dun.
But they can't convert. Alanes tried to intercept that pass. Ball will stay with Marikina. They will review this one. 61 seconds remaining here in the fourth.
See what happened here. Definitely last touch on Alanes.
Almost staying with Marikina. Still holding on to this 7-point lead. 3-possession ball game. Rafco comes back for the Shoemasters. Adding some size dito sa Marikina. Tiamzon to Upaldo. Laban kay Tweety Santos.
No need to foul yet if you're Parañaque. Just play honest defense here. Maybe you get rewarded with a steal. Pero hindi na kompleto doon, no? Last touch ni Alanes ulit.
9 seconds on the shot clock though. Para dito sa Marikina, Timaho to trigger it in. Rafco. Timaho gets past Alanes. But Santos able to get a stop. Alanes again draws a foul. 2 free throws coming up.
Shaq Alanes at his best. Really known as a scorer. When you are a scorer, you really figure out ways either how to get to the basket or draw fouls, and that's what he did right there. Draw a foul and earns a trip to the line. 2 free throws. Free throws have been a problem for Parañaque in this ball game.
His 9th and 10th attempts from the line. 6 of 9 overall. Ito si Shaq Alanes.
Yun na, no? If you look at the stat now, they're 20 of 37. Laking bagay. Yung missed free throws na yun kanina pa.
2 for 2. 70%. Shaq Alanes tonight at the line. 18 points.
And hindi nakabalik si Deo Timaho dito. Tignan natin kung kanino pupunta ang Marikina.
Tiamzon having trouble.
Okay.
Torado attacks. The layup is good and lead down to 3, 90-87.
And they're not calling a timeout here, Marikina. Timaho returns.
Pwede mag-sub. There it is. That's, nahirapan sila itawid yung bola. Torado able to get the steal, turning defense into offense. 26 seconds left.
No, Marikina with 2 timeouts, not using it. Very interesting na hindi nila ginamit yung kanilang timeout doon just to get it across. Or, you know, maybe before that turnover ni Tiamzon.
Faldo against Parañaque. Penalty na itong Patriots. Escoto will be tested at the free throw line. Escoto calmly sinks the first one.
And after a good start, Jethro Escoto has cooled off here in the second half. That time he calmly sinks the first free throw.
Parañaque has 1 timeout remaining. 22 seconds left. Free throw good for Escoto, knocking down both. And the Patriots using their final timeout with 22 ticks left. Down by 5.
1-2-2. 1-2-2 defense. Walang mag-switch.
Deny.
Relax lang. Ha? Switch ba? Hindi, 1-2-2 eh. Okay. Pag natanggap yung bola dito, tsaka tayo mag-straight up man to man. Okay? Pag dito binigay yung bola, ito yung saging tayo. Ha? Hindi po. Oh, dito tayo.
Upward lang inbound.
May try ba? Oh, corner. Angat natin ha, screen. Ha? Dito.
Ikaw na to, Jomar.
O, makinig ha. O, ganito tayo, huwag nyo muna pakita. Corner tayo. Pag pwede, bigay, labas. O, pag wala, makinig ha. Set screen tayo. Okay, set screen, pati to. Okay, bigay. Pag wala, kuha nito. Okay.
Ako na inbound.
So Parañaque will inbound it on the front court. So just 14 seconds on their shot clock. They need to go quick here, Sadelf.
Oo, dapat a quick 2 and play the foul game. You know, maybe get a steal and then kung hindi makakuha ng steal, kuha sila ng foul, give up a foul agad. But very crucial for them to convert on this possession.
Alanes receives the pass. Getting past Timaho. Baltasar for free. Airballs it. But they save it. Tweety Santos, another 3-point attempt off to the left. And 9 seconds left. Marikina gets it back.
And that should do it. If you're Marikina, they scrambled, they fought, and they challenged all those shooters of Parañaque in that possession, forcing the miss. Now they can seal the deal after this timeout.
92-87, Marikina with a 5-point lead with 9 seconds remaining. Up next, the Pampanga Giant Lanterns will go up against the Sarangani Gripper in the second game of our Thursday slate. Some new faces on both sides. Matutunghayan natin yan maya-maya lamang. But here Marikina, looks like Parañaque will not foul anymore. gutsy win by the Shoemasters after that tough loss against Davao Occidental. Rebounding here with a wire-to-wire victory against the Parañaque Patriots.
Well, Marikina getting a well-deserved victory, pero Parañaque and this retooled lineup will be a problem moving forward against the other teams in the MPBL. Nakita natin that they are capable of coming back. They just fell short tonight because one guy on that Marikina team just took over every time they were threatened. And that is actually the player na bibigyan natin ng accolade after this game. That guy right there, he knows how to take charge and take over and probably the next breakout star of this Marikina team.
Best player of the game brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet.
And Deo Timajo finishing with the career-high 29 points in this ball game. Doing it in a variety of ways, whether it was beyond the arc, at mid-range, or inside the paint. And Deo Timajo establishing himself as the go-to guy, the new go-to guy of the Marikina Shoemasters.
Final score po natin, 92-87. Marikina winning over Parañaque. Si Mr. Suave kasama si Miss Lyra Punsalan.
Deo, congratulations on your new career high performance. Iba din talaga yung consistency mo from the last matchup and up until now. And natupad na ang goal mo na makakuha ang first best player award mo this season. Anong nararamdaman mo ngayon?
Well, unang-una, thank you kay Lord kasi binigay niya yung first best player ko. So, yun nga, thank you kay Coach Elvis, Coach. Thank you sa opportunity kay Coach Jello. And sa mga teammate ko, sa family ko, sa asawa ko, tsaka sa dalawang anak ko. Tsaka sa nanay, tatay ko na nanonood. Kay mami, kay daddy. Thank you.
Deo, nasa rebuilding phase pa nga ulit ang Marikina. Ano pang tinatrabaho nyo para mas makuha ang sistema sa mga susunod na laro?
Well, nag-focus talaga kami sa unang-una yung depensa namin. Kasi sabi ni Coach Yelo, focus lang kami sa depensa and yung offense naman namin will follow naman. So, yun lang. Maganda lang yung depensa namin siguro. Kaya nakuha namin yung panalo.
Any greetings, Deo?
Unang-una, Coach Elvis Tolentino, shoutout po. Kay Mayor Maan Chodoro, Kong Marcy Chodoro, kay Onyx Sportswear. We provide RPBY, is Dental, Evolved Dental Clinic, and kay Boss Julio ng Daport, ang ama ng Daport, kay Boss Rino, and kay Boss Nick Nock ng Taytay, kay Boss Brian ng Happy Bites. Tsaka yun lang, kay Lord. Thank you, Lord.
Congratulations, Deo Timajo of the Marikina Shoemasters. Our best player of the game is brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the MPBL. 1xBet, your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. Back to you guys.
Maraming salamat, Lyra. And coming up next, the two-time defending champions, the Pampanga Giant Lanterns, will square off against the Sarangani Gripper. Kaya huwag po kayong aalis dahil magbabalik pa ang Marikina Pilipinas Basketball League, ang liga ng bawat Pilipino.